Where the asshole? Let's come out. Look, little girl, let me tell you something.
Move forward. You're safe here.
If you move, you're dead.
Don't frighten. He's obligated to follow the rules.
You gotta follow my orders is what?
You have to allow her rights.
Officer.
Hush your mouth or I go shoot you.
Shoot me now. You go just lost the cure.
What?
I get over the sickness. A while now. Have to be a reason, right?
Get over what?
Fuck you now, you imps.
Nah. Fuck you.
"10 years earlier, Orville Watson and his 6-year-old daughter Celeste are amongst hundreds of displaced citizens arriving by pirogue, or raft, or sheer force of will from the rapidly submerging Sister Isle. As they arrive on shore, they are ushered by stoic government employees toward waiting shuttles. With only the clothes on their backs and a single bag between them, Orville and Celeste get on. As the bus traverses the main roads, Celeste, who is exhausted from the journey, falls asleep. Orville contemplates their situation.
A refugee in my own country. I don't even know if I could call this my country, nah? Tobago was always an afterthought to Trinidad. And coming here was always out of necessity. I don't know how this any different.
Everyone please disembark and join the line to receive food rations. After you're done, return to the shuttle where you'll be taken to a shelter.
Here we go, baby.
Exit in a orderly fashion, please.
Meanwhile, at the distribution center, the husband and wife team of Nigel and Naomi King distribute food rations to a mass of pushing bodies and grabbing hands. Officers Windsor and Rampor try to maintain order. Form a line, everybody will get.
Well, you say that every week, boy. People dying out here.
As Orville and Celeste try to make sense of the process, Mrs. King lays eyes on them. She signals to Rampor.
Those two, bring them up.
Sir, miss, step forward, please.
Sheepishly, father and daughter come forward.
People waiting here all day and you're skipping people.
Only on games, boy. Only on real games.
Relax yourself now, them was here earlier.
Why here whole morning and me and see them?
Well, you like too much advantage thing.
Settle down.
Only on real games.
I say settle down, boy. From within the increasingly angry crowd, a gaunt, disturbed-looking man observes the scene. Meanwhile, what you doing, girl? You going to start a riot?
You studying these people, they just like to quarrel. Anyway, the two of them need help.
They will get it. They just have to wait like everybody else.
You want them to die waiting here or what? You and I both know that the system don't work. It need a push sometimes.
You see this badge? Science and Environment Division. We ain't even supposed to be here. We should be figuring out how to grow your own food, not handing out this synthetic shit. You feel our push go and fix that?
If everybody push, something good might happen. Things might actually start to work.
You're assuming everybody went to push in the same direction? Celeste and Orville are now in front of Mrs. King. She hands them a package.
Thanks a lot, miss. We now come in from Tobago and pressure.
Don't worry, things will get better.
Stop lying to the man now.
Hush now. Don't study, he was always out of timing.
Thanks a lot, miss. Thanks a lot.
Father and daughter begin to walk away.
A man come from quite Tobago and get food before me. That shit.
If I gain that shit, that's why the place so. What they to buy us?
Real foolishness, kid.
Suddenly, the gaunt man rushes from the crowd and attacks Orville, unsuccessfully attempting to steal his food ration. He bites and scratches both Celeste and her father, but is ultimately thwarted. Quickly, he runs toward Mr. and Mrs. King, the stash of food in sight. Mr. King attempts to stop him, but is slammed into the ground where he hits his head hard. Windsor and Rampol fire shots wildly as they chase the gaunt man. And seeing the opportunity, the crowd surges forward to loot the supplies. Meanwhile, Mrs. King rushes to the side of her bleeding husband. She knows there is nothing she can do to save him.
I tell you, you wanna start?
Weeks later, at an abandoned warehouse, the gaunt man, now even more feral and deformed, crouches on a ceiling beam. There is another infected man like himself with him. Below, 3 fully armored TTUDF officers, Gabriel Judah, Franklin Jones, and Inspector Shivan Sookdeo, chase down a feral woman.
These assholes and them making me life hard, boy.
What do you think really goes in this, though?
Fucking faggots and non-believers now. The devil loose in this place, you know, brother. But don't study it. I go deal with them. Jones, bring the gas.
Yes, sir.
Jones begins to pour gasoline over the body.
By the breath of God, they perish. And by the blast of his anger, they come to an end.
The deformed men above can take it no more. The first infected man knocks over both Sookdeo and Jones, but is soon brought down in a hail of bullets. Judah, however, is planted on his ass by the gaunt man. He recovers and manages to pull his weapon, but hesitates on the trigger. The gaunt man snarls and leaps forward. Judah closes his eyes, waiting for the impact. But it never comes. Sookdeo offers a hand to his junior.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
What you do wrong?
I hesitate.
You gotta understand. It's war you're fighting. And them animal and them, that's your enemy. Next time, let's pull the fucking trigger.
He tosses the lighter to Judah. Judah catches. Jones continues to pour gasoline over the bodies. It is night. At a checkpoint outside of Port of Spain, families are patted down and scanned for infection, while the uninfected are placed on shuttles and transported back to the capital. Those who test positive are ushered past a razor wire fence into the land beyond. Celeste and Orville belong to this second group. In the distance, a makeshift housing development awaits. As the population is sorted, the Prime Minister, Robert Gaskin, takes to the airwaves.
We must give special thanks to the people at the American Private Military Company for helping us establish the new TTUDF. With their help, we have begun to contain and control the plague. And rest assured, it will not affect the wider citizenry. To our brothers and sisters who find themselves in quarantine, we say hold strain. This is only temporary.
At the Science and Environment Division lab, Mrs. King looks sadly at a picture of her deceased husband. Io looks up from her laptop, where she is working, and notices.
We would like to thank our scholars who will work to find new and improved solutions to our ongoing food and environmental problems, and who will, in collaboration with the international community, work tirelessly toward finding a cure.
At the site of what will soon be the wall, heavy machinery digs up the ground as the foundations are laid.
Until that happens, we will make sure that you all, on both sides of the wall, are well taken care of. Live your lives, work hard. Trinidad and Tobago will rise again.
Like he forget they mash up Tobago?
In a small rundown estate house, Celeste sits in front of a government-sponsored dinner while her father watches TV. Celeste tries to eat. She does not like the taste, and it shows.
I now turn you over to our esteemed Minister of Health, the Honorable Linda Persad.
This next ass come to talk more crap.
Daddy?
Orville keeps his eyes on the TV.
Who goes sorry, babe?
Celeste begins to go pale.
Daddy? I am feeling good.
Eat and you will feel better.
We will find a cure.
Daddy?
She begins to break out in pus-filled hives.
Oh, go on, baby.
Celeste falls to the ground, bleeding from the side. As she struggles to breathe, Judah chastises Io.
If you feel you come here to stress me out, you liar. You understand what I'm telling you? You know the ass you send you here for, and I was going good by myself, you know. Watch it. I'm dead like I am.
gotta just turn around. Good night.
Suddenly, Io tackles Judah to the ground. He loses his weapon, and they struggle. But soon, Io is overpowered. Judah takes her weapon and points it at her.
You know, Wells, the accord does allow.
Celeste has crawled to his gun and fired, hitting both the truck and his leg. He falls to the ground, clutching his wound. Io gets to her feet.
It's damn good.
You know what the ass you doing, nah? You ain't have a clue.
Shut up, you ignorant ass.
She knocks him cold, then rushes over to Celeste. The girl is still struggling to breathe.
Hold on, girl. Hold on. Just hold on.